Hello, I'm Donald Leggett and welcome to Share Views, brought to you by the financial website London South East. Today I'm joined by Vincent Masolo, CEO of AIM-listed IronRidge Resources, who, as you probably know, have gold and lithium exploration projects across Ghana, Ivory Coast and Chad, and they're headquartered in Australia. Welcome, Vincent.
Thanks, Donald. Good to be here.
It's lovely to have you. It's been a tough time for you, Vincent. Tell me what you've been up to.
I wouldn't say it's been too tough of a time, but it's certainly a challenge in this climate, the stock market. Certainly challenging. Look, we're very busy. Explorer, we have multi-commodities in multiple jurisdictions. Our current focus is in Africa. That's where we believe the low-hanging fruit and the next big discoveries will come from. So we have a spectacular lithium project in Ghana. It's the first discovery for lithium in Ghana. It's one of 3 discoveries in the West Coast, but second to none in respect of our proximity to operational infrastructure. We have first quartile grades, and as I said, proximity to infrastructure implies that we will have first quartile capital expenditure expectations and operational costs. So Frontier Province, great project in Ghana. We have a deposit and we look forward to developing
You're quite close to Accra, I understand, which is the capital of Ghana?
Absolutely. We're less than 100 kilometres from the capital, Accra. We're less than 1 kilometre, the deposit is actually less than 1 kilometre from the highway that takes you to Accra. We're also less than 100 kilometres from the deep sea port of Takoradi, which you get to from the same national highway. And we, to complement that, we have multiple high voltage power lines running adjacent our site. So from an operational perspective, you can't get better than that anywhere in the world.
Okay, the fundamentals of your business are interesting. If you could run us past the market cap, your balance sheets, the capex projects you've got in mind.
Okay.
Just explain the business to us in those terms.
Look, our business is let's grab early stage projects, let's bring them into the company, let's spend some money on them, let's de-risk them, try and add value to them. And we've been doing that continuously over the last 3 years. If we can't add value to the projects, we let them go and we move on and we find other opportunities. But we have a significant portfolio that's taken us 2 years to build. And we've complemented that with an extensive team of geoscientists. So we operate in 3 jurisdictions concurrently. We have Ghana, Chad and Cote D'Ivoire. As you've said, Ghana is for lithium, Chad is for gold, Cote d'Ivoire is gold, and to a lesser extent lithium. To answer your question,
are those your 3 priorities?
They are our 3 main areas. That's where we believe we've made 2 discoveries in the last 20 months. One is Ghana and one is Chad. We've just recently acquired a spectacular gold project in Cote d'Ivoire. That is now our most advanced project in Cote d'Ivoire. It's called Zaranu. This is a project. Cote d'Ivoire actually being a jurisdiction that is well understood by the investment community at large. We wanted to get an advanced project similar to what we have in Chad, but in a different jurisdiction. It's effectively a de-risking and insurance policy for the company across our gold portfolios. So we've achieved that, and we look forward to developing and advancing that project in the coming months and towards the end of the year.
Do investors have a particular, a preference, lithium over gold, gold over lithium?
I think they're two different types of investors. One is the old currency. One is a new technology. So you're actually catering to 2 different markets. But look, we like gold. It's a stable, shall we say, commodity. We also like lithium. I mean, that just has an exponential growth rate potentially in the coming years with the demand for electric vehicles, stored energy, gigafactories growing at an exponential rate, capital cities reducing carbon emissions through most of Europe, requesting, by 2025 there's just going to be a high use of electric vehicles. Even here in London now, I think you're getting a surcharge per day for diesel engines running through the city.
We do indeed.
So yeah, back onto our market cap. I mean, we've market cap currently at today, £56 million. I'll put that into perspective for potential investors and shareholders to vindicate and endorse our business model. We have, since IPO or admission to AIM, we've raised £23 million. Take away the cash that we have in the bank, that leaves us with about £17 million spent today. And if you look at that as a multiple of our market cap, we are at a 3.4 times multiple of value accretion from money invested in our company.
It's pretty healthy stuff,
That
isn't
is
it?
pretty healthy stuff.
You've got some very interesting shareholders. So
Yes.
not at the retail end, but talk me through your shareholders.
Look.
The corporate ones.
Yeah, look, we have three major shareholders. I'll start with our founding shareholder, that's DGR Global. That's had some recent success. That's a project generator, resource company maker. IronRidge is the next rising star to come out of the DGR stable. More recently, and most people in London are familiar with it, is SolGold, run by CEO Nick Mather, who's also the CEO of DGR Global, so we're well represented. We also have our other major shareholder, Assur Limited, out of South Africa. They are a mining specialist and project developer. And then we obviously have the household name Sumitomo Corporation. Needs no real introduction as to who they are.
And what do you get from people like Sumitomo? What do they help you with?
They help us with the end side of things. It's all general strategy. Where's the market? They actually understand the bigger picture in the global markets and the cycles we're going through. So we get a lot of information and data from those. But we also get their up to now we get their unconditional support and belief in the business model, and that should resonate with current and potentially new investors that are thinking about coming into IronRidge. I mean, we have big players supporting the business, supporting management, and that should be a vote of confidence, I guess.
It's a very stable setup, isn't it?
Correct. And look, further to not only just the shareholders, management has a significant interest in the company. I mean, between myself and our Chief Operating Officer, we own the lion's share of sort of 9.3%. If we put family and friends into that, we're close to 15%. So we are heavily interested and heavily invested in the company ourselves. And that's important. That's very important.
You were speaking to shareholders last night. There was a shareholder meeting.
Yes.
What was the sentiment at that meeting?
Look, the sentiment was good. It was our inaugural event. It was well received. They asked some very interesting questions, and we're very open. We're very transparent, and we answer the questions to the best of our ability. Look, I think it went really well, to be honest. Some good questions were asked. The biggest question I think we were asked...
Did you say that sometimes retail shareholders are smarter and understand the business better than the institution sometimes? I've heard that said.
I'm not going to comment on that, Donald.
That's what's known in the trade as a leading question.
It is. I think each side has its...
What's your pitch to those people last night? Why did you say you should be holding this share? You should be holding our stock rather than another miner's stock?
Because we're hugely undervalued. There's a research note just put out by our broker based on our lithium discovery.
SP Angel John Mayer?
SP Angel John Mayer and his team, James Mills.
It was a good note.
Yeah, it was a very good note. We thought it was a little bit low, to be honest, but we were happy with the content and the valuation.
They did describe you as a buy, and if you looked at the footnotes, it says that a buy is expected to go up over 15% in the year. So, hey,
yeah. I was expecting.
You want more?
Oh, absolutely. I think we're hugely undervalued. Just on the Awoya deposit alone, we're hugely undervalued. But look, we need to tick some corporate boxes there to satisfy the requirements of investors. But look, that's in process, and we'll get to that.
Okay. So bit by bit, let's go through your portfolio. Lithium pegmatite in Ghana.
Yes.
Talk me through that.
What aspect would you like me to talk to you through?
Just
lithium in general.
Gives us a sense of it.
Okay. Well, look, it's a hard rock spodumene rich pegmatite, lithium bearing spodumene pegmatite. We got exceptional grades. It's effectively it's outcropping at surface. It's a new discovery in West Africa. First discovery in Ghana. They're calling it the white gold, diversifying away from gold in Ghana, which is predominantly gold country. It's effectively, from an operational perspective, it'll be an open pit operation. Basically, it's a coarse spodumene. We're going through the metallurgical test work now. We should get those results, hoping by the end of this month. And I say hoping. We think.
Who do you sell it to, and what is the end market for it?
Well, the end market
and
is
where's the growth coming from?
We will produce a 6% concentrate, and we will produce it to end users for the battery market. So that'll be batteries for gigafactories, for vehicles, motorbikes, electric scooters, everything powered by batteries today. Effectively, we think that the lithium market has cornered the battery space.
And we can expect exponential growth, you said at the top of the interview.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the analysts have got it wrong.
Okay. No, I suspect they have. Hold on. And gold and Chad.
Yeah.
It's not known for minerals, so does that make it harder to sell?
Look, we have the first mover advantage in Chad. It's predominantly oil country. We are the only active, serious explorer in country. And we have this first mover advantage. And with first mover advantage comes potentially huge prizes, but there are a number of hurdles that you need to overcome. There's no geological data sets. There's minimal geological expertise in country. We need to import all this. So the cost of doing business in Chad is a little bit expensive when you compare it to, say, our activities in Cote d'Ivoire and Ghana. But
infrastructure?
Look, mercifully, the oil industry has created some fantastic roads, which, take us only a couple of hours from our project sites. So we're quite blessed in that respect from the capital city. It's all bitumen, highway quality roads. So the prize is worth the patience that's required to go through the first mover advantage. And we've made a significant discovery in Chad.
Great. It sounds very interesting. What's the current, even very roughly, where is gold at the moment in terms of price? And why do you like to have gold as one of the commodities in your portfolio? Why is it useful to hold, to mine gold?
Principally because we think we can make a lot of money out of it.
Good.
That's our business model. The commodity of choice.
It's not correlated to all the bad things that happen in stock markets.
Look, that helps. It's a fallback position.
It's a non-correlated asset.
Correct. Look, we like it, but look, our principal. I probably shouldn't say this, but our principal commodity is making money. Yes. That's what we're trying to do for shareholders and investors. Shareholders
will not be shocked and horrified by that. That's okay, Vincent.
Yeah, as long as they understand that management are trying to make money too.
Yes, quite. Yes. So out of everything that you hold, what would you say your priorities are?
Okay, I think in order of development status, Ghana Lithium will be the first project out the door, or is our most advanced project. Chad, gold in Chad, that's a very advanced project. However, we now have a very advanced project in Cote d'Ivoire in the gold space, which can potentially, we believe, is equivalent, if not much bigger than what we have in Chad. So we don't know where they'll switch between in Cote d'Ivoire and Chad, but definitely it's Ghana Lithium, gold in either Chad and Cote d'Ivoire. And we look forward to advancing those projects in the next 6 to 12 months.
And in terms of the news flow will be coming out of those three projects?
Certainly. I think our first news flow, at least by the end of this month, will be probably metallurgical test work out of Ghana, maybe an exploration update on what we're doing in the broader extremities of our more recent drilling program and discovery at Awoya and Abonku. We have results pending out of Cote d'Ivoire. We have some more corporate strategies going on in Chad. So hopefully, look, we operate in 3 jurisdictions concurrently, and this creates a continuous news flow. Sometimes we can't control when it does come and puts us under pressure because it comes all at once sometimes. Then we have dry patches, but we have continuous news flow, and that's by virtue of us operating aggressively across 3 jurisdictions concurrently.
Vincent, thank you very much indeed for joining us.
Thanks, Donald.
It's been terrific having you.
Cheers.
That's our interview with Vincent Masolo, CEO of IronRidge Resources. If you'd like to see more interviews like this one, please click on the London South East logo to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you very much indeed for watching.